recently.
I like your hair.
Thanks. Best friend
Some
sent me
picture.
down in the salon chair. And my friend Summer dyed my hair.
Yeah,
and
that's vivid.
took out my stitches.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she took me to Sally's and bought me the hair dye and everything and then dyed it. She was so sweet.
Nice.
She's like, Merry Christmas. And then because she's on her way to becoming an RN. She's been in the medical field for a couple of decades now.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, well, let me look at it, because I was nervous about, whether I should take the stitches out now or wait.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, well, let me look at it and see. And she's like, oh yeah, they're ready to take them to come out. And then I was nervous again, because I was like, that means any art visit, we're going to have them take them out. And she was like, who do you think you're talking to? I have a suture kit. Let me go grab it. Oh, okay.
Yup. Thank you for confirming, Michael. And here is Daniel. I'm going to eat a little bit before we actually begin.
Sorry about that.
Traffic was a butt, apparently.
It was.
Hello.
Sick.
You want to try?
Yeah.
You want to try?
Yeah, I think I said you with the fish and the peer pressure. Pressure down here is enormous.
All the cool kids, you say?
Every last one. Oh!
You get it?
Mm-hmm. He's a nice one.
And now, overthinking my pizza slice selection. That's yeah.
Don't slip.
I felt the coefficient of friction plummet and kind of like immediately compensated. Yes, there is.
What?
Hiccups.
Hiccups. Unacceptable.
Indeed. Oh.
Demonetized.
Why? I mean, not like we're making money anyway, but...
I can get you a spoonful of peanut butter. For your hiccups.
I've not found that to be the case for me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Works for me.
Demonetized for hiccups.
The wealthy give us hiccups. Eat the rich. No longer have hiccups.
Nope. Stop trying to vertically size the thing. Too far. I just want to put it up there. Ah. This isn't an eye. Good enough. Stupid fact. Today we have 3 identical pizzas.
Oh, congratulations, you had triplets.
Triple pie combo.
For some reason, my brain just went, she's my triple pie. What? What are you doing, brain?
There's 3 of her.
Something or another with a confusing surprise. Z Fever. You have a Scion.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Oh. Good evening, Internet. It is 8:22 p.m. on Thursday, November 21st, 2019. That was some weird pausing.
You sounded like an answering machine.
I think that's just the state my brain is in right now.
Beep.
Running a little... Yeah. The brain fog is with me today. I slept for 18 hours last night.
Leave the message at the beep. You gotta leave it at the beep. Beep.
Excuse me.
Well played.
Anyway, this is Thursday Thanatopsis. I'm your host, Mark Amstrad, DJ Amstrack. Tonight we have Kat, and of course Daniel. And tonight we are going to be continuing Sunless Sea. Let's see, last time we finally upgraded our ship. We have a new ship. It is...
It has 2 guns!
Yeah, it's not really much larger, but it is so much more durable. And aside from that, things proceed apace.
It's also over twice as powerful in combat.
Mm-hmm.
Like those 18 hours. That's like cat tier sleeping.
Yup.
You're just like rolling along your bed, following the warm spot.
I feel called out.
If I wanted a warm spot, I'd stay put. Make my own warm spot.
I'm in the sun.
The sun doesn't enter my room.
Foreboding.
I'm a vampire, didn't you know?
Last time I heard somebody talk about making their own warm spot, we were at the lake.
Oh, no.
That's not the kind of warm spot I want.
Officers appearing. The Haunted Doctor and the Brisk Campaigner. I know nothing about either of them. Hearts and Iron or Hearts and Pages. I could use more pages. I wonder how they compare to the Clattery Air.
Not to mention fun and horrifying new storylines.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. This is mine. It'll do very nicely. Excuse me. I will just turn up the oil lamp a touch. I dislike the dark. You're certainly in a place. If you dislike the dark.
You're certainly in a place.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Does he also have mass?
I would assume so. I took care of all of the port reports and stuff last time, right? Yeah. Okay, so Cladderier. Heart 6, pages 3. Heart 6, Iron 6.
Oh yeah, where are you on her story?
Well, I met her dad, but I haven't been able to tell her about him. So there's not really... I need a strange catch. With that, I can, apparently...
What's the other option require?
Say what?
What's the other option require?
Some other situation with her. Which is probably romantic.
I must find a place. It was saying gross.
Oh, something stuck in my teeth.
It's probably chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Come now, power cord. Your job. Do. They must wake up turning off there.
Hmm.
And the display kept turning off, you know. Ew. Bucket gruel. Or does it say bracket gruel?
Bracket gruel.
Often stares at other people's eyes from afar. Of a roast lizard and cabbage.
Let's ask about his medical career. He looks up from a wounded sailor. No, I mustn't. No, I have no stories you would wish to hear. He sniffs. Unless, would that be Z-Trout? The doctor pushes more food around his plate than he puts into his mouth, and what he eats, he chews until all taste has been squeezed out. Between bites, he sips only water, evading all questions where opinion is sought. It is only when the subject turns to his trade that something flickers inside him. Old memories of pain and pride. I fear it was my training that led me see the world for what it was. Its corpus infested by malignancies with human faces. How could I dare face Hippocrates in the hereafter if I stood by and did nothing? Nothing! His eye meets yours for the first time. Fierce. Damned. If 2 drops of medicine can cure the body, could 2 drops of poison cure the world? For a moment it actually seemed that easy. The fire fades. He pushes back his chair. Pardon me, citizen. I fear I've had my fill for today.
Ah, he made a move in the great game.
Mm-hmm. No, as long as we're here. Chat about science. Sunlight is, in certain senses, literally, quite literally, law. Without sunlight, the Earth would spin off into space, and the absence of sunlight down here means the absence of a dozen laws. Death operates unreliably, though more reliably on the Z, as you know. Geography is uncertain and shifting. And dreams. Dreams. He had grown animated. Now he seems distracted. He apologizes and composes himself. It was a particular interest of mine. Luminosity. The anatomy of the eye. The many liberations of night. Excuse me, this gruel is a little too rich for my tastes. Another intriguing snippet. Invite him to drink with you with a cask of mushroom wine. I can get one of those.
Done.
Mushroom wine, that sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's like dwarf it down.
I would try it.
I let most of them slip away peacefully, a drop of laudanum still on their tongues. For all that sop to my conscience, I am most ashamed of all. For that sop to my conscience, I am most ashamed of all. The wine flows as the haunted doctor talks candidly of his past, of a status that allowed him to the bedsides of many of London's most infamous, and the black medicine bag that carried the tools of both his trades, doctor and anarchist poisoner. I was a fool, he adds. A child. Just a boy on a crusade, drinking in the rhetoric of the Calendar Council, thinking myself more than a mere poisoner. What I did, I do not regret. Would, though, that I had seen their true hearts before giving myself so freely to perdition. He wraps his leather eye patch. The sound is hollow, sickly. It is a disappointment I well deserved. The lady taught me that much, at least. No, another time, perhaps. The hour grows late. I thank you for the company. Ooh, an intriguing snippet and a tale of terror. Alright, so...
Seems interesting. I would love to get to know him more.
What else do we have here? That's right, sapphires. We can go get sapphires. We know where to get sapphires. Is there any place else I'm needing to go? What do I have in my hold right now? I have Stygian ivory. Is there anything that I can buy in London that sells well in Carnelian?
No, it's here.
Not that I have much room for it.
Let's see. Sherm wine sells for 23.
Yeah, that's something.
Romantic literature 22.
Yeah, I can't buy romantic literature in London.
Well, like, Carnelian doesn't, you can buy Dork Drop coffee for cheap.
Mm-mm.
You can buy a mountain sherd. You can sell literature and mushroom wine. You can buy sapphires. You can buy and sell Sunless fruit. But that's all they got as far as trade items go.
Okay. Well, I suppose I shall...
That's not bad. It's an arbitrage of 5, I think. Do I want to myself that?
For which?
Oh, no, it's an arbitrage of 2. Never mind. 21 for 23.
Yeah. But with nothing else, may as well. Alright. Now the root.
Ooh, there's a potent pizza. 3 slices in, and I've gone from starving to, yep, I've eaten enough. I blame the crust full of literal cheese. What's more disturbing is when you have a crust full of figurative cheese.
I don't think I would eat that.
Yes, just keep thinking about that until your brain hurts. Cheese.
I don't know. I think I've thought about it long enough.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. It's tamale season at Taco Bell. Platters and a party pack speaker featuring a dozen tamales, 2 sides of beans, but a dozen tamales.
How much is that? I mean, I have like 2 dozen tamales at home right now, but I want more.
Let's see.
Crib.
Yeah, it's like me the price of works for a bunch of minor things like cheesecake, chimichangas,
Things I don't care about.
yeah, just basic coupons. Fairly useful to combine one for platters with
That's
a whole lot of box, $10 worth of crap. But the goodness, that's just an ad, no price.
I mean, it's not gonna matter to me much what the price is. Tamales.
But it should matter a little.
But tamales.
That's not where it's go. The look on her face is glorious.
That didn't accomplish anything.
That's not where those go. Hi.
That sounds terrible. I'm going to have to eat this little one. Don't eat babies, Daniel.
Don't eat the baby! Eat the baby.
I've been accused of eating babies. Lots of times. I don't actually eat babies.
Gotta start calling you Saturn.
But I've been told that all atheists eat babies.
Or perhaps Lady Kronos.
Hashtag not all atheists.
It's like a double title. Lady Kronos.
The heck is that? Oh, it's one of those big crabs.
It's an advanced crab. How about trying a looking crab? Oh look, it's just a crab cake.
Hello, crab. I will eat you.
How about try looking crab? It'll be good.
If I eat the lucky crab, then I get all the luck.
That's actually a big dangerous crab called an angler crab. It hunts boats.
Then I'm definitely going to eat it before it hunts me. I hunt you before you hunt me.
That's why the boat has something called a flensing cannon on board.
Mm-hmm.
For doing extra damage to living creatures. It sounds brutal, but so bad.
God dang, nothing new. Nothing new at Pigmote Isle.
Huh.
Okay, well, off to the Iron Republic.
I'm not sure you really guess right now.
I don't, but it's on the way.
Oh yeah, fun fact about the cloud aggregator and friends.
Mm-hmm. Actually, you know what?
In an emergency, when your terror is at like 100,
Mm-hmm.
and mutiny is imminent, the way to drop terror by a chunk is to start an affair with an officer.
But I'm already married.
Your wife won't like it, but you won't immediately die of mutiny.
I suppose she would like that less.
I need this.
So smart. He's also a big fan of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sitting here looking at this and falling in love. Pork or brisket tamales? Rice,
Say,
beans,
that's
sour
a
cream, guacamole.
familiar looking boat.
Oh, the one that's... What the? I'm not gonna ask questions.
No.
Probably drownies. Yeah, that boat is,
Yep, it's the Alsaeus class corvette.
boat's driving really weird. Any moment now she's suddenly hucking flares overboard.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying out of range out of gun. Out of range of gun.
Not anymore, though. Oh, out of the first gun, yeah. Oh! She missed.
You say first gun, and I say...
Oh, no, she hit me for 5. My bad.
My second gun, and second gun on your heart.
T.
Just the foregun.
Yeah.
Yep, that's our gun.
400 echoes, 1 fuel, 1 supplies, and a cache of curiosities. What was she carrying? Parabola linen.
Cool. She's fun. Oh, it's you again. Oh, fine.
Compile report. Send for an audience. Listen to a Kellanate envoy. A hunter in sharkskin is haranguing the king. Unpardonable intrusion! Our ancient rights have been impugned. King you may be, but not of the Shell Slayers. We will pay no more tribute. An abrupt end. The king makes a chopping motion with his hand. A tide of crabs rushes from the shadows of the throne cyst. They're on the hunter before he can turn, but not before he can scream. The king watches in satisfaction as they swarm the hunter, snipping the flesh from his bones. Thorn-armored guards block the chamber door. When it is done, when his cries are long silenced and scarred bones remain, the king motions you forwards. Take something, he commands. Let our justice be remembered above. You may go. I got a hunting trophy. Oh boy.
Oh, awesome. I think you might have sort of wanted one of those for something.
I don't know, but I have 2 now.
Neat. Who would want shore leave at the Fathom King's place?
Right? Okay, I suppose I'll explore
I guess
around.
if someone really liked drowning pearls, that's a really good place to find them.
Yeah.
Everything in this game is incredibly overwrought and creepily named.
Mm-hmm.
It's hilarious. And made a great Halloween game.
It was really, really odd.
Hmm?
I popped my neck and a spot on my skull. I had a bit of pain, but yes, I do remember. Thanks.
That should have knit by now. It's been a year.
Ah,
Bones generally heal in about half a year. Even like really deep ones with crappy blood flow.
mm.
My body decided to be stubborn about this one and grew a small artery to feed it.
Yeah.
It didn't grow a matching vein. So if I just like sit with my arms below my heart for a while, my right hand will get all red and slightly swollen
Mm.
because it's receiving more fluid than it's coming back out. I'd be like, okay, enough of this foolishness.
Yeah.
Get back down now.
I think honestly that pain was more in my neck than in my skull. It was just like right there at that joint. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, yes, I know, it has been 1 year. Officially.
I cannot recommend physical therapy enough. And you may benefit from the expertise of one Dr. Ben. Possibly. Because he's a skilled spine guy, if I recall correctly. Spine guy. Spine guy. It's called a chiropractor, Daniel.
I mean, most of my back problems were actually fixed by the accident, weirdly enough, but...
You said didn't say spine lord.
Oh no, spine lords, only time lords.
Don't impale yourself on that spine lord.
Is a spine lord like an edgelord but with spines?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Did that make Pius Augustus a spine lord? Augustus Skeletor? Because they both have staves made of spine.
Yeah.
So much for the snow beast. Nincompoops! He-Man,
Itch, itch, itch.
have a whiff of my No, that video's stupid.
It is.
So stupid, it hurts.
Hey, would you do me a favor? Would you pour me some more Mountain Don't? Thank you. I'm going to avoid those things because I don't trust them.
Whoa, what the realm? Oh, they're like advanced events or something.
Yeah. Thank you. We call it Mountain Don't because it's store brand Mountain Dew. Mom came up with that.
I like it.
Yeah, that was terribly clever.
My favorite thing is the Mountain Thunder, because all I can think of is, you've been Dr. Thunderstruck! Wait, that makes me wonder if that one group made a song specifically about an off-brand soda. Dr. Thunder, feel thunder.
Thank you.
Mountain Lightning and Dr. Thunder.
Har har. Her house is built in the tall, porticoed London style. Red brick and white plaster. Decorative iron railings, painted black. Its mistress is the subject of intense colonial gossip. Independently wealthy, an industrialist's daughter, a widow, unwelcome in London. What then does she want with you? An invitation arrived as soon as you docked.
I should be back in a minute.
Okay. You expected a sizable gathering, but it's just you, her, and a decanter of admirable sherry. She is not a small woman, and comprehensively occupies her armchair.
Comprehensively.
She wears sensible satins and sensible shoes. Her hair is impeccably curled. I've heard a number of shocking things about you, citizen, all of which I consider thoroughly promising. Her accent has a hint of Midlands melancholy to it. She must have spent much of her life on the surface. For a time, she asks questions about your travels and listens avidly to your answers. Then she gets down to business. A question, citizen. She tops up her sherry. Some years ago, the nations of the Neath struck an agreement to abandon their research into submarine travel and leave the Z-depths untouched. Ah, the agreement about nothing of consequence. Sailors mutter about it when listing the Admiralty's follies. You nod. She raises her glass to her lips. And what is your opinion of this agreement? She asks. It's a nonsense. Nowhere should be forbidden to the capable explorer. Her smile is conspiratorial. Then we can help each other. I am prepared to finance, in a large part, improvements to your ship that will make it capable of submarine travel. The Admiralty, and other powers, disapprove of such innovation. Therefore, we will need to be discreet. I have procured experts, laborers, and a workshop. They are well paid and loyal. Here's the address. Meet us there, and we can begin our work. I can spin Z stories. Now it is... Oh, whoops. On the shore of a gloomy inlet stands a rickety factory. Once, and supposedly still, it was committed to the cutting and polishing of sapphires. Now it is the place where the fierce philanthropist houses her intrepid staff of engineers, the ingenious men and women who will convert your ship into a submarine. Phase 1. Contribute nautical know-how. Some contribute ingenuity, others graft. What you contribute is hard-won, hands-on experience of the Z itself. Or... I can use a outlandish artifact to raise it by 60. Nice. Can also use that Stygian ivory I have. Or 100 with an extraordinary implication.
Phase 2. See the set of zone.
Is there anything that I need that Stygian ivory for? Because it is kind of taking up inventory space for me right now.
You can get more. Remember, you can like straight up buy it upon them.
Okay then.
Let me make sure I'm not being a moron. Yes, it sells in London. It sells in Polystream. Oh. Indeed, I misspeak. Scanning. It can be bought and sold at shops.
Yep.
Oh, Con Shadow.
I will return there momentarily, and in the meantime, sell those 2 casks of mushroom wine.
You'll eventually need 40 for your tireless mechanics storyline.
Alright, and it's 7 caskets of sapphires that I needed?
Was it for Mr. I like 7 things?
Yes.
Yep.
There he is. I thought it usually, yeah, there it is.
How do I have Con Shadow? Oh, I have like no data for Con Shadow. Yeah, next time you go to Con Shadow, hold still for a little bit. Let me fill out its.
Yeah, alright.
Fill out its column. I'm a big enough nerd. I've got a spreadsheet.
It's a good way to handle this.
Spreadsheet.
Talk to a tiger in the Blue Bazaar. That sounds interesting.
Kitty.
The Blue Bazaar is Port Carnelian's great indoor market, arched, lofty, plush with patterned carpets, where the vendors display their wares, most of all awash with gossip. The tiger is well informed. A black-hulled Con-8 trireme prowled the coast last night, a rifle shot from shore. Shipments from the sapphire mines have slowed. The governor's aide was left-handed on Tuesday and right-handed on Wednesday. Let us begin our journey back. After this, of course. Did you find anything else about Stygian ivory?
Let's see. Nope, since back. $7 are needed for Rich Venture Express, $7 are needed to build Icarus in Black and Iron Republic, 40 are used for the Tyrus Mechanics storyline. Albino morays can drop them. Find it in a place you haven't been yet.
Yeah, okay, well, I'll go ahead and make use of it then.
Looks like a number of monsters drop it. The Merciless Modiste uses it for protective armor. There are indeed places that you can buy.
The scientists are pleased as schoolboys after spending the afternoon taking pot shots at the ivory with variously calibered rifles to test its resilience, DC. They are keen to put it to use. Supplies are limited, but it will reinforce crucial junctures or protect vulnerable stress points. Donate a mysterious device. Within the hour, they've stripped it down, flensed it for everything they can learn, and incorporated their discoveries into the modifications to your ship. Progress, the chief engineer exclaims. Now, tea!
So British. May as well do one of each just to see what the messages are.
Well, either one of those will finish off the phase 1.
Ah.
Let's go ahead and do this, because that won't overflow it. A grease-flecked engineer listens to your tales with wide eyes, sucking loudly on peppermint after peppermint. When you finish, he whistles. Marvelous! Marvelous! There's an expectant pause. Ah, he says. Sorry, I probably should have been writing that down. Could you start again? This time he remembers he's supposed to be working. All right. The engineers have reached an impasse. It's the sonar. It's unreliable, loud, and stops working below 70 fathoms. But the Admiralty and the Khanate must have cracked this back in the day. The engineers are brim with conspiracy theories about the old submarine programs. Before the agreement about nothing of consequence, London's Admiralty conducted their submarine research at Station 3. The location of the Khanate's research base is unknown, but a number of its scientists relocated to Khan's shadow. Perhaps one of those locations has information you could use. A secret. All right. So.
I apparently need to floss a little bit. I just tasted something salty, metallic, sweet, and a little bit bitter.
The Grand Geode. Hopefully not encountering the, oh, what was it that we called it? Oh, it's a behemostache. Running. remember the word. The shiny boat. Crap, what was it called? Oh, there it is, but it's not in my way, at least. Careful.
That's fine. The chair was just kind of in a spot where it's easier to jump over and go around. Boing! Doing it again. Oh, you've taken extra damage in some direction. This rabbit induced.
Say what?
There's electrical tape on here.
Oh, yeah, that's been there for a while. That's been there for a while. It's not. It wasn't enough to like sever anything clearly, but didn't want to leave it exposed either.
She's being so cute.
She does that, and it's cute. It's like, oh, look at the fluffy little princess.
You're a little diva, aren't you? Yeah.
And definitely a tsundere. I love you. I love you. I love you. Stop touching me. Like, easy kid.
I know that feel, bro. It me. I want to get the exact number of pets that I want.
Republican Dreadnought. Don't want to deal with that.
Nope.
Not that kind of Republican.
Impeach the Khan.
That's not a Republican. That's not a republic either.
Well, no. But
These guys.
The Armed Republic itself is kind of a anarchy, I believe. Not even the laws of nature hold sway there.
Anarchy. I don't know what it means, but it's sure fun to say.
I like to draw a circle and then draw an A.
Hey, I gained 1 hearts.
Neat.
Makes up for that one that it took away.
Yeah, I think the Armed
Before.
Republic effects are somewhat randomized.
Yeah.
It's only slightly dangerous.
Only slightly. The
You're liable
Gazoon,
to lose terror, that's for sure.
the Gesundheit conspiracy.
That's true.
Gesundheit.
I knew it.
Your sneeze was an inside job.
Inside what, my nose?
Jet fuel doesn't make you sneeze.
Unless you're allergic.
Actually, it might. Hydrocarbons are kind of irritating to...
Yeah.
Don't snort jet fuel. Don't snort. Damn, I was trying to get you to... Excellent.
Rude.
But it's so cute.
There's a light spot.
Rembrandt sleeps heedlessly. Shh. Secret boat. Tell no one.
Hey everybody, there's a secret boat. I mean...
The Albertine Gates. Maybe it'll lead to, like, Venice or something.
Ooh, a vision of the surface.
This is a good place to get him.
Okay.
I'm not sure if those are like big swingy arms that operate the gates, or a couple of enormous guns defending the gates.
Oh, those are the gates themselves, the arms. Can hop over to Station 3 before returning to London.
I'm guessing if you're in too big a boat, that's hard to get through.
Probably.
Man, are you like 3 whispers shy of a secret or something? That bar is so full.
I must be, wow.
Creeping with tendrils of fungus, seaweed, and unnameable flora, we enter the snares. The air carries the scent of salt and shadows. Something waiting.
Indeed.
I'm trying to remember what's supposed to happen here, but it's all a little foggy.
There's another place on the Z where you can see a bunch of cute little froggies.
I like froggies.
Except
I
they're
wouldn't
bigger
call
than
them-
your ship and they're covered in eyes.
I wouldn't call them little either.
Covered in eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought those were spots and they looked adorable, but then like the art showed they were eyes. And I was like, oh, those frogs aren't so cute anymore. Not only are they really creepy looking, but they're big enough to eat. Maybe the boat. Definitely anyone trying to run from the boat. Nope.
A long,
Thinking about it. Ugh.
a long, low building propped against the wall, boarded windows, a rusting padlock. Your bosun shatters the lock with a ball-peen hammer. Inside, your lamps reveal dust-choked workbenches strewn with discarded tools. Shelves of cardboard boxes filled with rivets and bolts, washers and screws. Blackboards roughly scrubbed. Here is an old lunchbox, its half-eaten sandwiches encased in successive generations of exciting fungus. In a rusted filing cabinet, you find the documents you need, a folder of tea-stained research into Zonar. You leave the rotting workshop quietly and return to your ship. The next time you sneeze, your handkerchief comes away black with the workshop dust that crept into your lungs.
Ugh.
Jet fuel may not make you sneeze, but apparently the dust does.
Just a little jar of Hartnell shavings, but it's too small to be reused for any other purpose. Picked out of the teeth of the nutcracker.
Visit to Sooth and Cooper.
She's in search of new music to sing at her work. You could scramble together some pages.
Takes 200 fragments.
A novel present. She's in search of new music.
Which is a pages challenge. Let's visit Sooth and Cooper.
Is that are they again?
I think they're just north of here.
Boiling liquids!
Sooth meets you at the door. Cooper is not home. Sooth has a cauldron on the boil already, and in go the shavings. Oh, I guess they're right here. Never mind. You wouldn't think they'd melt, but they go like butter, swirling into the mix. Have 'em bottled by tomorrow forenoon, Sooth says, not looking up from his stirring.
Alright.
Cool.
Gather a little bit of acolyte paper.
Alright.
You asked for it. I guess you can hit the salt lines, maybe?
I was going to say hit Shepherd Isles and then Abbey Rock and then head back. Not much points to visiting the Salt Lions unless I have space to haul stone. Definitely not.
Oh yeah, you're going through food so slowly now. I feel like blasting that crab. You just like sell the supplies. Oh, you can blast a crab for knowledge. Finish that secret.
Crab blasting.
A new sport you'll invent. Similar to bear blasting, but underground. Good old power thirst. Shepherd Isles.
Report. That's all.
Do-do-do.
Get me out of my head.
Don't take my word for it. It's the sign of the forge. They work some goofy arse jokes in Next Generation. Your boat casts a long shadow on the sea.
Report.
Fed the crew. Maybe the screaming will stop now.
Deliver news. Lose to terror. Yeah, those aren't taking up cargo space. What?
I tried.
I heard you move, so.
Yeah, the chair gave you away a little bit. Oh, I'm Derek. Should we turn off the light for spoops?
Yeah, it's fine. We were eating.
Fair enough. Rocks. Rowena rocks. A man railed at me twice, but I didn't care.
Waiting is wasting for people like me. Don't try to live so wise. Don't cry 'cause you're so right. Don't drive with fakes or fears 'cause you will hate yourself in the end. I got a little low.
I like to throw Naruto deep cuts. Fighting dreamers was probably the best of them.
Yeah. Oh, good. The one-eyed bruiser is, or the blind bruiser, or whatever they call him, is not there.
Blind, orange, blind purple guy.
He's not purple. He does stab people, though.
He doesn't stab them. He just has sharp words. That's literally how he intones his threats. I'll have something sharp to say about it. Blatantly brandishing the knife he's been holding the whole time.
He has words. He has the sharp words. He has the sharpest words.
They're very mighty.
Okay.
Well, it's just plain crappy out. It's like 40 sandwich and moist.
Okay, I have
It's like an even more
15.
wind. Suboptimal.
40 sandwich. 40
moist.
whole sandwiches.
That sounds delicious.
Are there pickles on the sandwich?
Wait, why did it?
And lettuce and tomato.
It depends on your definition of pickle. You can pickle many things. Just apply brine. You can pickle an entire second sandwich. And then put a pickled sandwich on another sandwich as the pickles.
How about nah?
I don't recommend it because the bread would get squishy and dreadful. But you can do it!
Instead of thinking about what you can do, maybe you should think about what you should do. And I think what you should do is promise to never pickle a sandwich.
Alright. Sapphires. That blue. I will confess something to you. This is my least practical purchase, but I wanted something to remember the blue. Thank you. Cheap at the price. But there's something else.
We wanted to remember the blue.
7 lamentable relics again? Or 7 sacks of coffee beans?
7 sacks of shit!
For 700... I could just buy that right now.
I brought
Yeah.
you blue.
They're a little cheaper in Carnelian, but...
He's going to pay me 700 echoes.
yeah. You don't even need to set out.
Yeah.
I really made sure you got room in your hold to do it, but, yeah.
Totally.
Having fun there?
This will put a fire in our... Wait. They grow it in the Elder Continents to the south. You can find it in Adams Way or Port Carnelian, or the Connate, perhaps. 700 echoes. Yes. Perhaps I just drink a lot of coffee. Okay, so the same. Okay. Let's...
Somebody's randomized.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Devil Bone Dice and Muter Salt.
Don't let us forget this.
Right.
Oh, that reminds me. You didn't take mine.
You need me to pop it down your throat?
Nah,
With a cat and filler?
that's not necessary. I'm pretty good at swallowing things.
Okay. I was gonna say we can have a cat hold you down so you can, get away, and I'll rub your throat and make sure you don't. Make sure you swallow it and don't spit it back up.
Too late. It's already done.
Oh, okay, good. We didn't even have to hold you down. That's very good. Good boy, Daniel. You want a greenie as a treat?
Okay.
Vince is watching you to see how he needs to behave.
The veteran privy councilor is seeking an outlandish artifact. He's there surveying curios from distant ports. With palace servants in muted slippers, the Empress dislikes loud noises. Or a bespectacled visitor will pay to learn moves in the great game. He drags his thumb over his thick mustache and nods. Do I have a better use for moves in the great game?
Maybe. In this juncture, I'd consider just like doing the thing you haven't done before.
I think I've done both of those, honestly.
I've done sound effects before.
I think so, yeah.
Moves in the great game. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, that's blatantly what you want to do, because if you go to Irem, something awaits you. You can trade one Lamentable Relic for 2 moves in the great game. And you can purchase the Lamentable Relic with 1 secret.
That's expensive.
What?
A secret for a lamentable relic?
A secret for what amounts to 2 moves in the great game. Which sell for how very much?
75 echoes.
Oh! Okay, yeah, that's probably not worth it. Never mind.
No.
Can you do me a favor and type your address into that piece?
Yes.
Okay.
Time with your family. Lost 20 terror and gained a restful night.
Why think
Bring that spare key.
Yeah.
Can't believe we did that.
I know.
I should have like not closed the door so quickly.
Oh no, I locked the door. I
Yeah, but if I hadn't closed it as quick as I did, you would have realized it just. If I'd like let you close it,
No,
you probably would have thought of it just as you were reaching out to do it. And like, whoa, Mickey, Mickey. Though granted, it is possible that the sound of the door closing is what made you realize you didn't have your key.
The Presbyteriate Adventurous. Afternoon, citizen. Looking for a gunnery officer? I'd like to help you blow up some monsters if you'll have me. Iron and Veils. Sure. For 50 echoes? Absolutely. Oh, hello, Captain. Is this one of yours? I had to knock her about a bit. She didn't like taking orders from foreigners. Still, we're good friends now. The adventuress claps the black-eyed sailor on the back. Oddly enough, they do seem to be friends now.
Oh, she seems fun.
Eh.
You may want to engage a Sailor. You're at 9 of 15.
Yup. 6 iron, 3 veils, or straight up 8 iron.
That's actually part of why your food's lasting so long. Sailors consume food.
Mm-mm.
The other part being that your chef is good.
Yeah.
Your chef has got that good.
Hello, Remy.
You kidding?
Huh?
Hey. Are you in possession of a triangular face?
There we go. 3 more crew.
Tickle.
That's good.
Dice.
Okay, now where do I need to go next?
Something fluffy.
Need to go to
So he comes.
Mount Palmerston.
It's probably fine at these side of pizza tables, I believe. Oh, no, they don't.
Well, they did, but I tossed it in the corner to get it out of the way.
Oh.
Do you have a charger for us?
We got chargers all the pins. In Factington, after your incident with your charger, I realized I still have this. It's not a great charger. It's half milliamp on half amp on a good day. And this giant long arse cord gets you less still and is in terrible shape. But it does its job.
Mm.
Oh, pop that sucker in.
My professor just messaged me. I hadn't been able to talk to him much lately, so he didn't actually know about my accident last year. It happened about the same time that he had a heart attack. So. Both of them almost died about the same time.
On the plus side, it is a long effing gift. He's a cool name.
Yes. He's amazing.
Does he actually do falconry?
Hmm?
Does he do falconry?
No.
Because, unless I'm mistaken, Faulkner is one of those old profession-based surnames
Mm.
that meant falconer.
Well, his profession was journalism, and then, living with my professor. Ooh. Yeah. He served in Vietnam in the 101st Airborne, and then got medical discharge after he injured his spine. He got out of the plane, and then went back to Vietnam as a photojournalist. He's that kind of badass.
He's covered wars, you know.
So, yeah. Absolutely one of the most influential people in my life. Because he was the first one that actually taught me to think for myself. Like, as a journalist, you show your opinions based on the stories that you write. You research everything before you form an opinion, because the things that you put out there are going to possibly change other people's opinions.
Also, critical thinking for one.
Mm-hmm. So,
Maybe it's a couch module.
little 14-year-old me going from just, believing whatever my relatives taught me to, research things, find out facts. Oh, I've been wrong about a lot. I don't think you guys would have liked me had I not had him as my professor. Because before I went to college, I was...
Shot in the dark. Super uptight Baptist.
Not Baptist, but non-denominational Christian. I didn't go to church. But, yeah. Racist, homophobic.
Yeah, welcome to the 90s Oklahoma.
So, he taught me to think for myself, and I went, I really thought these things were true. Now that I've researched stuff and read stuff, and I know facts, I can base my opinion off of that, not just, it's what I was taught. It's what I believe.
Stop merely believing. Start knowing.
Mm-hmm.
The second is far more powerful.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, well, we got the face here. Like her eyes are half squeezed, like she's pretty chill, but her ears are way back. I think she's listening closely to you. Hey, this is a big.
Hey, idiots. Come here. What are you doing here? Ruby's looking at
It's
me
like,
like,
but
excuse me?
she's up there, isn't she?
Come here. Yes. Ruby's looking at me like, excuse me? Come here.
probably swirl around next to you, but I think he knows where he's up there. I'm gonna deal with that. Keep pressing the button. Aw, she's cute, actually. The arcade of... It's like any arcade, but it's just a bunch of disappointment. Wait, maybe the arcade of size is like...
Bats.
It's like Celebration Station.
Bye, bats.
One shot from either gun will dispose of those.
Mm-hmm.
The bats are cute.
They are, but they're also dangerous. Here.
Yeah, you may notice they're kind of big.
Mm-hmm.
These are Z-bats.
Big, aggressive. Pretty sure they'll carry off crew.
I'm nervous. Help.
Hey, wanna brush your face?
She gave me the snarly meow when I tried.
She'll brush her own face.
Lifeberg.
You can probably defeat those now.
I might try.
Bigger boat, 2 guns. 1 gun does extra damage to living things.
Oh, goodness.
It is cat brushing cat time.
Here you go. She scares me when she gives me the snarly meow. I'm scared to brush
Was
her.
that snarly now?
A second ago when I tried to brush her, it was. It's just like. I'm like, I'm sorry for whatever I did.
You good boy.
Want to go better this way?
I do not want that.
Come on. You gotta come up here. Here.
Fight. The flunger cannon has a somewhat higher range than it's already up and go.
Yep.
Come here. Here. Come here.
Oh. Oh. Yes.
Look at it burn! You destroyed a lifeberg. Take him out to celebrate your victory and then poke through the fragments.
I need more mirrors if I'm going to get supplies out of it.
Concentrate on gathering treasures.
Hunting trophy and a cache of curiosities. Which contains 5 supplies.
And you've lost 2 terror. And you're no longer hungry.
Nice. Peaches! Such peaches! Amber and Dawn. A Zeman snaffles one and is caught when the taste makes him burst into tears. Pack them carefully. Don't bruise them.
Awesome.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, lifebergs are big sources of supplies. If you have the mirrors for it, you can get fuel too.
Well, there are multiple reasons I need to be increasing my mirrors. Ah, that's a giant moth thing.
Oh yeah, the tyrant moth. That's a little scary. Flensing cannon or no. Picture the storm bow. St. Eligius sends his fire to dance in the air on deck. Very far away, the great light of the ragged
Crow.
Oh. ERB.
He's welcome to if he wants.
Great. Oh, Dune 1008 says Vohio. Switch him up.
Ah,
Get away, Faustic Corsair.
ow.
Jerk. Yeah, the first shot didn't do anything but stagger.
Mm-hmm.
Second shot did 10. Pooper. There's a boat behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, why don't you fight each other? Boats. Oh, these again. Have you been trying turning? I get a feeling failing at that is less than pleasant. Nice tip.
They do resemble the fruiting bodies of fungus. The mound itself looks fungal. Are they the same organism? And they communicate and cooperate. You watch as they drag a marsh rat up the side of the mound, bickering over the disposition of its flesh. And you watch as half a dozen stand on top of the mound, listening respectfully to the chittering of a seventh. It's improbably reminiscent of a poetry recital. You take notes. 50 fragments. Sure, let's dig among the ruins. You got 2 zoop!
Sweet, you turned supplies into soup! And 5 turn.
Yeah.
Wait, why is it scary? It's a well choked with an ash. Well choked with an ash behind. With ash behind a shuttered farmhouse, you find 2 casks of soup. Emergency rations or hidden treasure. Don't know what return for them.
There. Okay, down to Gator's Morn, I suppose.
detention. It's a good place to get something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
The crew. They like beaches.
They love beaches. Explore the morn. Yep. Here it is. Okay. Which one increases mirrors?
Oh, I'll check.
I would guess salt, but I don't know for certain. Also, I have to go record my live.
Whoa. If you had a scholar's pass, you could select your pass as a scholar and get 5 mirrors.
Ooh.
Your pass as a street urchin can give you 5 veils. Pass as a poet, 5 pages. Pass as a soldier, 5 iron. Pass as a priest, 5 hearts.
Well, I only have a pass as an urchin. Which of the gods gives me?
Yeah, the pass will give you veils. 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Still will give you hearts and mirrors.
That's actually exactly what I need. I want more of both of those.
Will give you mirrors and pages. Okay, so 2 of them give you mirrors. Got it. Star, meanwhile, gives you iron and veils.
Okay. Okay, so salt was mirrors and pages.
Mm-hmm.
My pages is pretty low, so I'll go with that. While I
This is
do
your self-deception quality, but you can get around back.
Yep. While I do have need of increasing my hearts, I have other ways of doing that.
And this was cheaper than the 4 secrets it'd otherwise take.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. Thank you.
Bottom's all sweaty, moist.
Mm-hmm.
They need to put something down under pizza.
That's a dreadnought. Don't want to deal with that right now.
Too dreadful.
That, however, it's a crack pirate.
Cocaine. Woo!
Spider silk.
Spilk. Oh, something always you again. Iron and Misery. What a name.
Before I...
This more cocaine idle pirates.
Nope, just regular type.
Prevalent.
Nice.
Original. Rubbery humps. You had the Admiral to blame for this. The graybeards sit around the village going, yep.
Yep. Boat.
What are you trying to do? Gonna fight?
Supplies.
You have a bunch now.
Mm-hmm. Down to Debbie Rock. Jellyfleur. My terror isn't that bad. I'll hang on to those. There it is.
Blow it up for a strange catch.
Yes. Scoop it up. Supplies. I guess sometimes it can be a strange catch.
Maybe jellyfleurs were good for.
They're definitely good for Z stories, yeah. Still, even as much as I have, I will not decline supplies.
Yay!
Yay.
Looks all shiny and green. It is all probably down to 30 stupid or something.
There we go, 500 echoes.
Well, still 43. That's a false.
When I was a boy, I asked my nurse, when you break a law, what happens to the pieces? Now I know. Now I know. But I need something else.
What'd you get him?
The devil bone dice.
Ah.
Now... oh. My operations here will continue without me, and I have gathered all the supplies I need for my greatest endeavor yet. I need to charter your ship. Will you hear what he has to say? Time to go. You and I, we are not numbered among the timid. Now is the time to complete what we have begun. Come with me. Come north to Avid Horizon, to the High Gate. Ooh.
Oh.
Avid Horizon! Absolutely not. It's a place of evil reputation. The High Gate won't open on anything good. His motives are plainly not rational. Bid him farewell. Take the Venturer to Avid Horizon, where the sea ends and the Watchers wait. The Venturer and his 40 units of essential cargo. I do not have 40 units of free cargo space.
In fact, I'm not sure you have 40 units of cargo space.
I have exactly 40 units of cargo space. That is my maximum capacity, is 40.
So that's not enough space for,
Fuel, supplies, yeah.
Guess you need a bigger boat.
Uh-huh. Which'll cost me 7,000. Actually, probably slightly less because of trade-in value, but... okay, that got me up to 10. London. Rose Market. What's going on here? Moves in the Great Game or Watchful Curios, of which I have neither. Lodgings.
Though with your hunting trophies, you can make Watchful Curios.
Time with family. Lost 13 terror.
What did Mr. Sachs want anyway?
I don't know. We were advised against that yet.
You guys doing it too early?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I have Zoop, which I suppose I can sell for.
You may also be able to use
Chunk.
it with someone.
Oh. I know that the Merciless Modiste wanted it at some point, but I've already done that.
The Brisk Campaigner has it in her story, it would seem. Oh, shut up, bud. Mouse to feed? Oop. Damn it. Why you collapse that dope? Speak to your bandaged cook. Speak to the campaigner. What will he use Zoop for? Have you gotten past where you do Zoop?
Quite possibly.
40 hertz.
To be edible is to be possible to be consumed, and to be living is to consume. Thus we find that the nature of the unliving is to be consumed. In fact, therefore, anything that is not living may be consumed. I beg your pardon?
If you're a good enough chef, you can eat anything.
I suppose.
Why is his hat bandaged?
I think they're just kind of like draped up there. Like a loose end of his face bandages.
Oh, what of the Brisk Campaigner?
I don't think I have that one.
I believe she's your gunner after that. That's your gunner.
Nope, she's the Presbyterian Adventuress.
Oh, wrong person. Okay.
Ah, here's the Brisk Campaigner. Hoy, you! You need a real physician, none of your surgeons. Sure. Don't you have anywhere cleaner? Well, if I must do it myself, where can I find a mop? She wants Muter Salt. Invite her to dine with you for a light meal of sea lily soup and whale cheese, with a glass of surface cordial. The Brisk Campaigner's tastes are expensive. The Muter Salt ensures that the conversation waits until after dinner coffee.
Yeah, looks like at this point Zoop is something you can sell.
Okay, cool.
By and large. There's something you can want 5 of, but I don't think that's your ambition. I think you saw Father's Bones up.
Mm-hmm.
The Brisk Campaigner does use Zoop at one point.
Well, I can always get more. For now, I could certainly use the additional space for fuel.
Yeah, that's where it's in.
Alright. Perfect. Now, where do I need to go this time? I should probably explore some more. I know that there's I know that where the Admiral wants me to visit is a place that I have not found yet.
Mm-hmm.
Zello.
It is certainly around. Like a monkey crack.
Yep.
You can also aim to do something for somebody's story.
Let's head this way-ish.
Through the labyrinth of the freaking eels.
What? The brisk campaigner collapses. One moment she's lecturing an apologetic Zaylor on personal hygiene. The next she's stretched full length on the deck. By the time you reach her, she's regaining consciousness. Ask her if she's been to the Elder Continent. Hint at what might be wrong. You have your suspicions. Yes, it's called animescence. In the Elder Continent, there is a flame that burns souls. My soul caught alight. It only smolders. Souls burn long and slow, but long before it is consumed, it will sizzle my brain and bake my heart. No, it's not dangerous to anyone else, until I die. You should give my body to the sea when that happens. Yes, there is a little danger. I apologize deeply. I should have told you. I have been selfish. But you might have refused my service, and I hope still there are things out there on the Z that will save me. What do you need? I swear to you that no matter what happens next, I will keep no other secrets from you. She pauses to think. No secrets of my own. I am a doctor yet. You have my deepest thanks. My very deepest. May we adjourn to your cabin to discuss the matter in private? Okay, so need solace fruit, meter salt, strange catch, and a docile Blimmigan. Wait, is that... No, that's the Gallivanter, okay. It's like, good, I don't want to give up that little guy.
Chiller Kingdoms.
Chillier Kingdoms.
Ah. Yeah, freaking meter salt.
Mm-hmm.
I think the best way to get it is these stories, remember, right?
Yep.
Which means blasting away at jellyfish and letting them disperse.
Mm-hmm.
And there are other ways, but that's easy. Ow! You got beat up. You're down 47 hull points.
Report. Now, big moat.
Around. Well below speed of sound. Back to the fungus tendrils. The fungus.
It's among us.
Are you picking up that person? If I start having like probably quarters, because those things are right by. I think I like rain. It's supposed to rain.
Gillifleur.
You can feel the swelling on the inside.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I managed to point to myself something.
You're not supposed to do that. You should not write yourself.
Yes, it's supposed to avoid.
Bite to others instead. Especially when they make you angry. Do not make me angry. I will bite. Crunch.
Runs. Eat.
Bones are crunchy.
You may need to see a dentist.
Bones are crunchy. Ow. Ow. No.
Living bone, not so much.
Who says they're alive? Just call me Dahmer.
My name Jeff.
Piff.
Dang it, I'm not supposed to snort.
Why's that?
Because apparently you enjoy making me snort or something. You were trying to make me snort earlier.
I don't
so-
enjoy making you snort. I think it's me. Shut up, Mike.
That's twice tonight.
God dang it.
Crack bomb.
That kills.
Crack pop? That sounds like a terrible beverage.
Oh, that
Or a terrible
reminds
frozen
me.
treat.
That reminds me of a bit.
Why?
Have you seen anything about South Dakota's anti-meth public service campaign?
No.
No.
The slogan is "I'm on it." Like it's I'm going to do something about it. But no, the tagline is just like meth. I'm on it.
The sound. This is meth. I'm on it. Also known as, hi, I'm from Oklahoma.
Hey, no one hears all that.
No.
Not even her.
Well, okay. I'm from McLeod, Oklahoma. Yeah. That means meth. I'm on it.
I mean, I think Mustang might have had a lab or two.
There was one
Like that
across-
one house with all the cars in the backyard.
Yeah. There was one across the street from my apartment a couple months back.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Yeah.
The poor old folks.
Yeah, apparently a lot of seniors lived there and they were all, always kept to themselves. Were very quiet, and then all of a sudden they're just like, hey, wanted to visit friend. What's going on? How's it going?
Lauren Fluke. Why can't I?
It's on fire.
That boat is on fire.
That's not a boat. That's a big, scary, kind of pointy thing with psychic attacks. It's able to digest memories. They're creepy.
Hello.
Hello.
Must consume calories. Got over to Garrison, but I had not eaten
Oh no.
like the whole day.
Oh gosh. Ooh, 46%
Pizza's
chance.
in the fridge is mine. You can have
Succeeded.
too if you want.
3 secrets
Ooh, secret!
and a colossal
Did you get a
flute
core?
core. Yes. The deliquescent.
Wanted to grow up a core.
It was the the dude who's already ready to head to Avid Horizon.
Ah.
So he doesn't want it anymore. But surely there's something else I can do with it. The deliquescing body is full of incomprehensible organs that collapse at your touch. You sketch what you can, cock an ear to the departing harmonies of its violent language. At its center, you find a vast lump of resin, or congealed gall the size of a barrel, flawed with darkness. In the false starlight, it's a deep violet purple. Irigo, your doctor whispers the color of forgetfulness. Irigo, that's what I can do with it.
Oh!
Excellent. Okay, you're Royal Navy. Where'd you go?
Oh, somewhere.
Yeah.
Where does advanced bats? How do they flutter? The Crying Heights, where the Blue Prophets called the names of those about to die. Yeah, I mean, those are Blue Prophets.
You know what? Let's see how this do. Yep, those are the Blue Prophets.
Oh, they hit for 15.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is bad.
This is real bad. Clearing out.
Whew.
That was bad. Here's another Lorn fluke.
Full-on disasters.
I'm glad I was able to escape.
You didn't overheat. You have 4 fuel left. You're very badly damaged, but how far away is peak mode?
I can make it.
HP is 24.
Mm-hmm. You know what? No. Just no. I'll deal with you later.
Don't ever do the full power. Your engines will occasionally explode.
Mm-hmm.
Bubbles rise. Z, here's warm. Bubbles rise and burst with lazy menace. The fire of the earth is restless. Fully repaired. Worth it.
Mm-hmm. Now I should probably make for the Iron Republic.
Worst case, you can always convert pockets, which you have quite a few.
Yeah.
there. There's a light to resist. Ah, cool. That helps slightly.
Mm-hmm. Judgment's Egg. Lost 2 pages. Ouch.
Yeah. It's way too random around here.
You know, I may as well go ahead and fuel all the way up. Like, fill my hold with fuel. Because I've hardly stopped anywhere. It's not like I have much reason to return to London, since I'm repaired. Excuse me.
Yep. Because I don't think you've picked up many reports, nor indeed many treatments.
Nope. I've stopped all of 2 places, aside from here. Or 3, actually. There was, Shepherd's whatever, then Pigmoat, and then Fathom Keep. Or Fathom King's Keep.
Mostly you picked up most of the secrets away from fragments from exploring.
Yeah.
And encountered the Blue Prophets!
Mm-hmm. Which I know now
to
to...
name.
Yeah. I know now to steer clear of those. I just assumed that they were odd birds. Which, I mean, they might still be odd birds, but they're dangerous, too. Feel free.
I believe you find mostly Mountain Dew in there.
Nope, it's just the 2 liters.
The don't comes in bottles.
Yes. The store brand Mountain Dew. Everybody dance! Lost 5 terror, gained a memory of distant shores. Yearning, burning. Okay. Port Carnelian.
mustache.
I might be able to handle it, but I'm not gonna bother.
Look at its mustache.
Mm-hmm.
What a weird fish. Oh great, the Blue Prophets.
Complete phase 2. They set to work immediately. Your ship is docked at the workshop and concealed beneath a set of awnings. Beneath, hammers ring, drills whir, mechanics argue, reconcile, improvise. From the outside, your ship looks largely unaltered, but inside, new pipes gleam. A satisfying lever stands by the helm, surrounded by an array of mysterious gauges and dials. This extends the shell hull, a weary engineer explains. Don't pull it until you're out at Z, eh? The fierce philanthropist offers you a sherry. We've done it, she says. To your new journey, citizen, wherever they may lead. If you trade the ship for another, your chief engineer will automatically apply the submarine conversion process to your new vessel. Future captains can obtain a submarine conversion by returning to Port Carnelian. They will not have to repeat the quest. Press T when at Z to transform. Call it Hart's Cross House. The governor is very, very busy. An attaché offers you a bowl of sugared puffballs and explains the work the governor does among the natives. Gotta keep them happy, what? After all, they are tigers. Submerging. You're now the proud owner of a submersible ship. Use the submerge button to convert your ship into a submarine. Use the same button when underwater to resurface. A dapper gentleman lounges by a shoot of flowers, admiring butterflies with a predatory gleam in his eyes. Would you help him find the quarry of a lifetime? Sure. A man of pins in the jar. With a satisfied nod towards your ship, the incomparable Aurelian slips the butterfly into a killing jar. He explains as the vibrant orange wings beat against the glass. You've been beneath the waves, I see, and well, not yet. And I trust you've seen tyrant moths as well. Fine creatures, but nothing compared to the regal kin, the most moth. I know where to find it, and with your ship, we can see it hatch. He gazes down at the butterfly, now still. Take me down to the undercrow, and I'll show you something worth preserving forever. They import the doilies from London, but the tea is local, blue and smoky. The crumpets are warm, the tablecloths white. You could almost imagine you were back in Vale Garden, except for the tiger lounging on a divan. It laps tea from an azure bowl and complains about the recent nostalgic trend in poetry.
So, sentient large cats.
Uh-huh. That's the locals. One more.
And Sheen. Tutorial, sonar. May I read that?
Sonar lets you see beneath the Z. When underwater, it highlights nearby obstacles, discoveries, and creatures with a dim blue glow. You'll have to get closer to find out what they are.
Also notable, an O2 gauge. Ah, sonar has replaced the Z-bat.
That's just a rock. Ooh. Oh.
Ooh, 24. Go ahead, you've got it. Getting it and finish. Ooh, you see that?
Chancy challenge.
You defeated a Triskeligant?
Triskeligant.
It spins as it dies, jetting boiling water from each of its maws with a noise like 100 mishandled kettles. A dark foamed vortex forms.
Harpoon it. It's a risk, but in Fallen London they paid double for anything Poland line caught. Chancy challenge. Avoid the maelstrom while let the beast avenge itself in death. Yeah, with only 52% chance of success, I'm gonna... Lost 10 terror. Your engines struggle as you try to escape the roiling whirlpool. Abruptly, the Triskeligant collapses in on itself as though unable to withstand a sudden vast pressure. Well, it is underwater. Deep underwater. With a final screech, it drills downward far into the deep. Your vessel bobs, hull metal ringing in the sudden calm. At least there are soothing swirls forming in the flotsam it left behind.
That's not what I think. Is it? Wait, what is that? Something? It was something. Okay.
Oh, it was 5 torpedo components.
Oh, hey.
Take a look at what this is. Witherweed damages our hull. Oh, what? +1 supplies.
Hey, look, it burnt.
Yeah. I'm surfacing now. Oxygen's getting low.
As you run through more with me.
Oops.
Don't know how it's hurt it did. But you're down 30.
Yeah, I'm not doing too bad.
Obstruction prevents you from diving. See clear waters. Seek clear waters.
I know, I'm moving. I'm trying
Waters are
to...
very dark.
Oh, that's what it means by clearer.
All stars above are feral amber, like tiger's eyes. Stanford's Expanse, named for the one who lost his child to cats. Isle of Cats. Port Cavendish.
Port Banana.
Go Port Banana!
A scatter of yellow-lit honey dens and brightly painted alehouses. To the southeast rises the stone tower of Cavendish Abbey, its ramparts hung with crimson and gold banners. There are sailors from all across the Neath hauling cargo, dicing, and brawling good-naturedly on the docks. The air carries the sound of sea shanties sung with more enthusiasm than skill, and the smell of roses edged with brimstone. Welcome to the Isle of Cats, the wide-eyed dockmaster says brightly. Would you like to bribe me not to write down your details in this nice official ledger? File a port report. You spend half a day observing the docks and note an astonishing number and variety of ships. Was that a connate trimaran nestled beside a vessel from the Iron Republic? The dockhands complain loudly that they have never been busier. The caddies talk ceaselessly and carelessly about smuggling and piracy, but even the most hardened sailors lower their voices when they mention the king. They go even quieter when they talk about the Rose Garden. You make careful notes. Perhaps the Admiralty will understand what they mean, even if you don't. For 5 echoes, sure, let's see what this does. You hand over the coins and she tips you a sharp smile before waving you to the nearest alehouse. The entire process is straightforwardly corrupt and pleasingly efficient. I now have a menacing suspicion. The alehouse's sign is a tiger painted the color of rose petals. Someone has gone to great trouble and expense to gild the creature's eyes. They look out over the port, feral and unseeing. A caged hive of lamplighter bees hangs from the ceiling like a chandelier. A few sailors give you hard-mouthed assessing looks, but most ignore your presence entirely. Significant tokens. The caddies all wear a pair of amber stones threaded around their necks or pinned to their collars. Clandestine doings, a whispered conversation, the clink of coins, an exchange of goods. Religious observances. Is that a crimson-veiled nun? But what sort of nun would be in a place like this? Leave the alehouse. There must be more to the Isle of Cats than drunken sots and Z-stories. Cat's eyes, one of them says, for the Pirate King. As far as you can gather, the Pirate King's name is Leopold, and he controls all the trade on the island. Half of the caddies believe that he can take the form of a crimson tiger and creep into their dreams. The other half suspect, more prosaically, that he simply eats those who displease him. You turn your head as though you were admiring one of the moldering draperies hung from the wall. A vial flashes in the buyer's trembling hands. He uncorks it, pours a few drops of thick red liquid down his throat. The vial drops to the floor. When you look back up, he is gone. You blink and look around. Nobody else seems in the least perturbed that a man disappeared from their midst. You pick up the fallen vial and examine the traces left inside. Sticky honey gleaming with redness, entirely unlike blood. A mellifluous sister, of course, she responds, performing a complicated negotiation between veil, thick glove, and glass of mushroom wine. You ask what one of those is, and she snorts. I'm glaring at you underneath this bloomin' veil. You act appropriately cowed, and the mellifluous sister thaws a little. We are beekeepers and honey harvesters. The catties owe their prosperity to us, and the Pirate King, too. She slurps the last of the mushroom wine behind her veil, and the barkeep glides over to refill her glass, eyes respectfully downcast. The barkeep stops you before you reach the door and hands you a brooch set with 2 amber stones. He waits impassively until you pin it to your clothes. Everybody wears the cat's eyes here, he tells you, moving aside to let you pass. Just a friendly reminder that the Pirate King is watching. It seems that no place, then, is truly lawless.
You were almost entirely beneath his notice. Almost.
The Honeyed Tongue, it is both brothel and honey den, run by someone the caddies refer to as the King's Claw. Cavendish Abbey, the crimson-clad mellifluous sisters patrol its ramparts and tend their hives of lamplighter bees. Buy a shipment of red honey, you could sell it for a profit elsewhere, if you were inclined to take your chances with the revenue men. Or sell sunlight. Sunlight, that most dangerous of pleasures. Here in Port Cavendish there's an appetite for dangerous pleasures, but will you be able to negotiate with the sippers of sunlight? Let's visit Cavendish Abbey. The mellifluous sisters make their home in the richly appointed stone tower of Cavendish Abbey. Their thick gloves and crimson mesh helmets are worn less for modesty and more for practicality. They tend the hives of the lamplighter bees all across the isle and make a religious observance of harvesting red honey for the Pirate King. A meeting with the abbess. You recite your news to the abbess, your voice stuttering every now and then in the cool silence of her office. Her face is entirely obscured by her thick veil, and it is impossible to read her reactions. Nonetheless, you must have pleased her. She orders one of her novices to load up your ship with casks of mushroom wine. The abbey overlooks the rose garden, and so you make a point to linger at the windows. The roses bloom lush and wanton, each petal the color of sunset. A tall woman in a golden veil picks her way between the thorned bushes. New total 2. More passing awareness than notice, really. Five fuel new.
Well, 0 luck with the meteor shower.
Well done.
Storm tonight, completely overcast, and also there was a map. The radiant, or what? The further you move west, the fewer you're likely to see. And we're not right on the far west end, but we're,
Pretty close.
yeah. Because anything west of Denver, you're pretty much entirely out of luck. And even if we were right smack in the middle of it, there's just clouds everywhere
Clouds.
out there. Yeah, can't see a bit of sky. Okay, carry on.
Entering the brothel is like sliding into the dream of a surface Orientalist. Jewel-embroidered cushions, bright silk drapes, gilded statues of elephants, sun bears, and clouded leopards. Silver censers release curling plumes of rose-scented smoke into the air. The courtesans are red-lipped and coal-smudged. When you catch their eyes, they smile back at you with professional interest. Ask what red honey is. One of the nearby courtesan's eyebrows lifts infinitesimally, but his reply is practiced. When lamplighter bees suck the nectar of the crimson strain of exile's rose, they are driven to madness. They enter the brains of humans and harvest their memories. He shudders as though imagining the process himself. Those memories are instilled in red honey. Each sip is a burst of memory on the tongue. Deliciously awful, isn't it? He flutters his dyed feather fan. Anything else for me to do here? Not really. Shops. Of course, there's nothing at the shipyard. Earthbound shark. Do 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 do.
That's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
That's stupid. If Melissa were in here, she'd be mad. Peter's rocks. Honestly, who claps a shark in irons?
Right.
Did it break some... Did it commit crimes?
Shark crimes.
We're having a party.
Is this an interesting port?
I believe so. Yes, it's not so much a port as a shop with a dock. Colored ceiling lights shine onto display cases lining the walls. A large shop counter dominates the room. Cigars, ashtrays, guillotines, matches, and carved boxes are all for sale. Each step here transports you into a new realm. At one moment, the heady aroma of summer flowers, then the earthy fug of fungus, the bitter warmth of morning coffee, the sickening sweetness of sweat and midnight honey. Go away, we're closed. The crotchety tobacconist sits smoking behind the shop counter. The ashtray next to him is stacked with cigar butts. I cannot assist you until my apprentice returns. Well, where did his apprentice go? Sample a high-quality cigar, or take a pamphlet. Neatly printed histories of the shop are stacked high on one of the display cases. A notice encourages visitors to take one. The pamphlet describes Rosegate as a cigar shop with a factory on the upper floor. True. Here they produce and sell an unparalleled variety of cigars. Also true. The tobacconist is described as a world-renowned figure respected for his dedication to his craft and the brilliance of his creative vision. The pamphlet boasts that his genius will forever alter the tobacconist's art. Well, that remains to be proven.
Considering the shop can't be reached without an illegal submarine.
Mm-hmm.
Strange clientele.
I sent him on an errand. He just had to collect a parcel from... where was it? Either the Empire of Hands or the Tomb Colonies. He sits up and stretches. His joints crack loudly. I have very important work, and it can't continue without him. Please, unless you've news of the boy, leave me be.
Guess you're visiting Vanderbilt.
Well, I also need to get to the Empire of Hands, which I haven't discovered yet.
Well, yes, but I mean, you'll be visiting Vanderbilt later.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he happens to be the thing. Pettershroom Sporeal. What is that?
Pettershroom Sporeal? A fruit? A jewel? A tear? Leave that distinction to the botanists. It tastes a little like pine nuts.
No, here's a place you can sell Station 3 heart metal ingots.
Mm-hmm.
Testing the limits of flammability. I developed a chill. I'm gonna grab my other shirt.
Okay.
Additional shirts.
They're meowing. Such meowing. Oh dear. Awesome. I love having two guns. It's like having two knives. Its corpse is a mound of twisted metal and flesh, its mottled skin further marred by the gaping rends inflicted by your weapons. Tear the cage from the boundling, the metal is strong and sturdy, you have a need for it. Or carve the boundling up for provisions, it does after all resemble tuna, an oversized tuna stuffed into a knot of metal.
It looks like a bound shark.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, a boundling?
Mhm.
It's a baby bound shark?
Apparently. 3 hunting trophies and tin hull. Cool. Removing the cage is back-breaking work. Rods of steel run through the boundling's inflamed, swollen flesh. Its body had warped to fit its cage. Even its red eyes are distorted, pulled out of alignment by the band across its face. Before carrying the reclaimed metal away, your engineer wipes frothy slime off it. She gestures to a stain. It'll take a good standing to get rid of this. Sanding to get rid of this.
Probably bladed.
Bloody, that makes sense.
Oh, you got 10 hull.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. No complaints there?
Nope.
There's a current.
Yep.
I wonder if you can use the current to, like, quickly traverse the Z.
Quite possibly.
Back to Visage.
Message.
Let me get a refill.
A wandering parson. He glances nervously back at the face in the hill, but his handshake is strong. He seeks passage to the Church of Low Barnet, beneath the Z just outside London. His suit is well tailored for an itinerant preacher. His cufflinks wink with sapphires. Offer passage for money, offer passage for knowledge, or for a blessing. Well, let's go for knowledge. Ah, he gives a knowing smile. You travel to learn as well as to trade, citizen. I myself am studying the religions of the Untersee. By extracting the most admirable elements of each, I mean to construct a modern, superior faith. I understand the value, the spiritual value, of course, of hidden knowledge. An intriguing snippet. Once on board, he insists you find a quiet cabin and whispers one of the secrets he's learned in your ear. Now, that is interesting. Fragments. You dip your fingers into a crocodile's purse and acquire a few coppers from a heron. The coins here are no more than tiny copper chips, each stamped with an eye sigil. The exchange rate must be thousands of these to the echo, hardly worth taking home. But you have acted as a locust is meant to act, anyhow. There are no scrolls for locusts in the Library of Parts.
Yeah, see that fish. There's tomfoolery of fun in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I got really drunk in the amount of time it's taken me to go from here to in there to back.
You missed the baby bound shark.
What?
Do 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 do.
Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark doo 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 doo.
It's actually
Baby
really
shark
sad.
doo 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 doo.
It's
Baby
like clapped in
shark.
iron bands.
Mommy sharks are bigger than daddy sharks. What was I doing? Just
Getting stuff to go outside. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Detectable levels of inebriation, I would say.
I have to make sure that I'm still being like PG, which my drunk face is not. But I'm loud, and the microphone is a microphone.
Yeah, I try to keep it down to at least PG-13.
Yeah.
We are definitely PG-13 always.
You can drink in PG-13 films, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't need those frothy mugs of water.
We're sweet and innocent.
Like,
obviously.
yeah!
Like,
What?
this is a couple of sweet, innocent, never did anything wrong.
Never done a thing wrong in my life.
Little Christian virgin children.
Oh, God, no. That's taking it too far, madam! Let's go smoke.
I actually convinced someone on that one.
So where to now? It is so sparkly. Jacket? Kitty.
Here.
Hey, Fuzz Ringer. Have you been bringing Fuzz?
Always.
All of the time.
Oh boy. What the heck happened to my Discord?
Did it go somewhere?
It disappeared.
Did it escape?
I hope that has not impacted the,
Oh, drat, they lifted the port. It's gonna show, got the creepy eyeball fronts.
Yeah, it popped over here for some reason.
In fact, it looks like it decided to update itself.
Oh, that could be...
Because it was back on the home page. In blank restart. Dude.
Okay, hold on. It's not... It wasn't refreshing. There we go. Report. And now that's on top of everything. Hold on. Computer, why you be like this?
It's not in the capture, at least.
No, but it's covering up some
It's
stuff.
dumb, though.
Yeah.
It's in the way.
Oh, my joints. My hip. Ugh. Here. I'm old.
Yeah, we're gonna fly an airship now.
I'm growing old and feeble now. My days are growing short.
Mark, it's just winter. For now is the winter of your year. It's November.
It was the winter of our discount tent.
Why the heck didn't you get the better tent? This thing's freezing. I thought those frogs looked cute. Nope. That's one way to avoid a fight you don't want. Dive.
Avoidance is actually not what I'm going for.
Oh, hey, it's Crab Shatter.
Yup. Before you looms the bone tower of Scrimshander, the city of remembrance. Ivory structures jut from the pile, supported by buttressing tusks. As your light plays across them, you can make out inscriptions, names, pictures, and dozens of lost languages. The largest ones carry a warning. All are welcome to enter, but none may depart without leaving something of themselves behind. Except the price-and dock, a drowny floats before the docking gate of a bone cathedral. She wears a cowl and carries a ceremonial key carved from a femur. As you approach, she sings a solemn greeting. Soldier, scholar, servant of art, history welcomes without toll. But be warned ere you depart, none who enter escape whole. Whoo. Maybe another time. Oh, heck yeah. And lamentable relics for 10 apiece? Heck yeah. And Stygian ivory. These are good to know. Do you have those in the...
I should add that.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that gray?
Scrimshander.
I mean, where is it?
Scrimshander?
On the map, you clump.
Oh, it's near... It's right next to the last place we were... The Wisdom.
Okay, so somewhere in the general Polythreme Wisdom Port Cecil area.
Mm-hmm.
I'll add it between N and O. Insert one right. Oops. Insert one left, I mean. There we go. Scrimshander. Let's start with gas and supplies.
Gas is 10. Same as London. Supplies are 23.
2, 23, and
5.
5. And oh, such things. Oh, I wish they were alphabetical. Hunting to the electronic supplies. Let's see, there's that ivory. It is. F knows what, but it's something. Okay. Lamentable relic. Oh, good crumpets. This is wildly inconvenient. Ba, 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 ba. I see they have muter salt. Really? Ten. Hunting trophy, sell for 65. Guess that spread for human souls. Hey. What is the price on that meter salt?
It is 1 carboy of primordial shrieks.
Let's see, that was 65. Okay, so it buys for carboy of primordial shrieks and it sells for no carboys of primordial shrieks?
Mm-hmm.
This is buy only, okay. Primordial shrieks. Worrying! And that ivory.
Buy for 27.
Got it.
So there's our good source of it. Well, you know what? We might...
Yeah, I'll check on it.
Okay. I mean, there'll definitely be something interesting here. It's just whether or not it's worth doing yet is the question.
Let's see, he can deliver people. What's the stuff that can be delivered to Krypton teams?
I don't know.
Release the Bloomington. Okay, departing. You can assist in Lost Pilgrim's Passage. Maybe that works. Provide transport for a scholar. Okay, leave behind a story. Which costs 5 Z stories.
Don't have that.
Leave a past triumph for 1 hunting trophy.
Oh, I have plenty of those.
Leave behind vitality for 1 iron. Leave behind your warmth for 1 art. Leave something a little more tangible. For 1 missing finger.
The Guardian unlocks the ivory gates. Steel glints in her fingers as she carves an image of your ship into her massive bone key. Your brave crew decides to remain on the ship as you disembark for the tower's dry center. You walk down a damp nave of bone. Intricately carved ivory walls depict improbable scenes from history. The walls are edged in tiny finger bones, each bearing a single name. Inhabitants wear ashen robes and carry steel-tipped bone quills, but you recognize most as drownies or Kellanate expatriates. While most are quiet and ignore visitors, you hear heated arguments over interpretations of the sacred remains. Sacred remains, which will include whatever you leave behind when you depart. Pilot port report, of course. The inhabitants of Scrimshander spend much of their time preying on the mysteries of the past. They spend almost as much time arguing about their interpretations. Salted residents often collect nearby salvage, studying the results and inscribing their interpretations on any skeletal remains. But those who leave too often are easily recognized by what they have left behind in their travels: memories, personalities, and bones. Otherwise, they rarely consider the present, certainly not with the same focus they give to the histories buried within their tower. Recent world events are met with polite silence, unless it prompts an anecdote about similarities with antiquity. Apart from old grudges and new theories, very little changes here. The Imperious Sister's Tale. She pushes a sheaf of papers into an oversized case and bustles towards you. I've been all over Scrimshander, and I can find no sign of my brother's writing or any inscription about him, she says, which is strange, because I was most definitely assured he had come here. Meanwhile, I made certain promises of a pecuniary nature, which mean that I am not at liberty to leave Scrimshander again for a few days. So I turn to you. Could you assist me? Are your services for hire? It is a matter of family loyalty, of the ties of blood. The woman is no longer exactly youthful, but she speaks passionately from under her veil. Perhaps she has studied heroines on the stage. I need help to be reconciled with my dear brother. Sure. She has a brother who is dear to her, a sensitive soul, very reserved. He used to work for the Admiralty. Something happens to distress him there. When I asked him about it, he said that I had enough to worry about with my own concerns. My husband was ill at the time, but I could help him if he would only permit me to know his troubles. For, you know, she puts a hand on her heart, bearing one another's burdens is what makes us truly good. She tells you that you'll need to go to Igel, the city of regrets. Find her brother's regret and return it to her. She will pay gladly. Assistant Ancient Chronicler. A bandaged monk sits attempting to carve a tail with a steel-tipped quill. This is not work for a trembling hand. A day dictated. The monk describes a day in the life of a tomb colonist while you wield the quill. Its nib carves the bone easily as if it were mushroom flesh. The tale is dry, but he insists it be recorded for posterity. Few tomb colonists come to share their tales, a historical blind spot he laments at length. When the work is finished, he invites you to see further tales in the Ivory Archives as his guest. Gather at the stage of history, scholars file quietly into a pair of great ivory doors at the far end of the hallway. When they stumble out again, you can hear raised voices, arguments, and laughter. After the reverent silence of the outside, the boisterous noise of the amphitheater washes over you like the heavy sea beyond these walls. Actors strut in an amphitheater of bone, performing historical plays of dubious veracity. An audience watches from below, with each roaring drunk member applauding or jeering different details of the work. Above, an imperious figure wearing a crown of ivory judges each performance from a raised theater box. All are served by a single man, weaving between the crowd and wearing a perpetual smirk. Talk with the glib historian. Watch a dramatic reenactment. Trade coffee for time in the archives. Trade wine for time in the archives. Well, first let's talk with the glib historian. The mushroom wine he serves is stale, the plays he announces are questionable at best, but the impeccably bearded man with the olive skin laughs at every performance and has a smile for every patron.